Hey everybody, this is Dr. Joe Borio. This week's Thought Flash. I am at Michigan. What the hell town are we in? I don't even know where we're at. Mount Pleasant. We're in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We're at the Mac Express 2011. Lisa was great. Christine was great. Everybody was phenomenal. I had the honor of speaking today for 9 hours. It's the longest I ever did nonstop. Was that unbelievable? We were here the whole time, right?
I was here the whole time.
Unbelievable. And that's what I was so impressed with. I look back and I see this guy back here, and he's a little older, if I could say that. And I went up when I walked by, and I said, geez, I got to talk to this guy. So I came up and said hi. And what's your name? Who are you?
John Geisinger.
John Geisinger. And who the heck are you? What's your age?
87.
You're 87 years old. So I came by and I said, you're still a chiropractor.
Yep, 2 days a week.
2 days a week.
Carroll, Michigan, the thumb.
So here's a guy. I got guys that are younger that are quitting practice. This guy's 87 years old, and you're still practicing chiropractic. Where did you go to chiropractic school? Can I ask you a question?
National College.
Oh, you went to National. So that's where I went.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I went. National College.
Yeah.
And National was different back then, right?
Back
National.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, on 16th and State.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you remember who president was? Do you remember what the gig?
Jancy.
Jancy was president back then.
Yeah, Joe Jancy.
Joe Jancy.
Joseph
absolutely.
Jancy. Joseph.
Yeah.
That's why I went there. When I got out of the Navy, I was in the Navy 3 years, and then went to college there. Went to Penn State 2 years.
Yeah, good for you. That's all right. And okay, so you go to college in National in Chicago, right? Or
right.
Out of Chicago. So you're down in National, then you graduate, and then where do you set up a practice? Where'd you open your practice?
Well, I was going to go back to Altoona, where I was born and raised, and go to some near town, and I got a phone call, and it was one of my classmates who asked me if I would go to Saginaw and give a man a vacation who's been practicing 25 years and had never had a vacation, as you want to call it, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday
Sure.
was, and I said, well, I don't know, I'm planning on going to Altoona. And he said, well, the money's real good. He said, I'd like to take you over and introduce you to the guy because he wants to take the vacation. So he took me to Saginaw. We drove from Chicago to Saginaw.
Okay.
It was a green. It was a night of green. St. Patrick or something.
Okay.
Green tablecloths, green everything, but the food was great. So he said, well, I got back to his office. He said, well, I'll strip my shirt off and lay down here. He said, give me a physical. So I put him through every test I could think of, and he said, I think you'll do. He got up and got his shirt on. He didn't even need to take his shirt off, really.
Sure.
But back in the old days, that wasn't.
That was the way you did it.
The way you did it.
Skin to skin. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. So 1950, you graduate National. A guy asks you to cover for him because he wants a vacation because he hasn't practiced or had a break from practice for 25 years. You go help him out, and then that's where you stayed?
Praise the Lord. My dad, when I graduated, he'd give me a check for $3,500.
Yeah.
He said, you never caused us much trouble. And
you love this guy.
And so my gosh, coming out on a train, we said to your mother, we ought to give him he paid the light bill. He never gave us any problem. He delivered papers, bought us stuff closed.
Sure.
And so as it turned out, would you take the job?
Oh my God.
Yeah, in Saginaw to Dr. John Dunn. And he's 25 years, downtown, Saginaw. Hell, I didn't even know where Saginaw was. But we drove over, and I did have that new car, that new 1934 Ford.
That's a nice. I'd like to have that car.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby, right?
That would have been great. Yeah. So as it turned out, they put me in the YMCA.
Yeah.
And I had that new car, so I only had to drive down the street.
And then how long have you been, the new practice you're in now, I say new, how long have you been in that practice now?
Well, I would say 30 years.
30 years. And you said you're adjusting people twice a week now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how many people do you see now, like in a week?
Probably 12 on Tuesday and 12 on Thursday.
Right, and then a lot of those people, would you say, been with you a long time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they bring in Aunt Minnie and Uncle George.
So you're just loving life.
And then they'll bring in some kids, too.
Absolutely.
I keep telling them about children should be looked after.
Absolutely, yeah.
and really good people. From little towns around.
Right.
Carol.
And you're retired. You're adjusting people to practice, to serve the mission, to feel some love, to give some love. You still got some great chiropractic. All those years of experience you have, all the wisdom that you have. I mean, I don't think a lot of people appreciate and respect that. I certainly do. So
well, so it's nice. I have lucky enough. You make me think of it. That I've had several, more than once, say, you kept us from the hospital many times. I say, well, gee, I'm glad to do it. You know, went ahead with things. They weren't necessarily in Carroll. They were all little towns around. Sure. But that's really a nice compliment.
Absolutely.
Somebody tells you that.
Absolutely.
You saved us from the hospital many times.
Well, that's what BJ said, right? I mean, get the sick well and prevent the well from getting sick, and you're certainly doing that, and you're living proof that you're living in the later years and you're still practicing. And it's just it's awesome.
And my wife died 3 years ago, and that doesn't help.
Sure.
And but I've had good friends and good people.
Absolutely.
And
I just love that. I mean, this guy sat through 9 hours. I've been talking 9 hours. Started 8 o'clock this morning, finished 6 o'clock at night. Sat through the whole 9 hour. You got chiropractors that couldn't find the time to come to Mac. You got chiropractors that didn't hang out the whole time. They wanted to run. And here you are, a man that's up in years, still practicing, and hung 9 hours to listen to some knucklehead Italian, Dr. Joe Borio, rant and rave and start screaming up there about chiropractic. And it was and you got up dancing and jumping around. And I got to tell you, you're an inspiration. And you make me happy to be a chiropractor when I see and honestly, so you inspired me just to have you here.
Because I love chiropractic all the way. It was great. But even when I was 16, I had to take my grandma to the chiropractor. And I got a hold of the car, and John Kell in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And so I'd take Graham, I'd take her up with my buddies in the back, and drop Graham off, set her down in the reception room, and say, now Graham, don't call Mother, but I'll be back at 5 o'clock. And we would have the car at 4. Two buddies and so we'd
cruise around.
Honk the horn at all the girls and pull over the curb.
Absolutely.
You know the routine.
Absolutely. You were drumming up patients as a chiropractor. I know what the hell you're doing. Absolutely.
That's the way it was.
You're all right. I really enjoyed talking to you, and thanks for giving me a few minutes here on the video. I really appreciate it, and you're an honor and an inspiration, and thank you very much. And it was good to spend the afternoon with you here at the Mac Express 2011. So thank you, guys. And guys, this has been Dr. Joe Borio with this week's Thought Flash. Remember, guys, may your innate always flow from above down. Have a great week and serve. Talk to you guys next week. Thank you.
Gave me the best advice. He said each day